I'm ready. Wait, where did MJ say we're calling us again? Oh, right. No, I got it. I know we're live. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Live. In person, live Raw. That's right. You're in the right place. Welcome to Monday Night Sports Talk, where we talk sports so hard, sports talks about us. Mm-hmm. I'm your host, Ambush Full Court Abramovich. And to my left, Carlos, take it easy. We're up by 27 points, Cortez.
I was going to say it, but you got it off before I did. That was perfect.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Amazing. Great.
I want to talk sports. This is Sports Talk. This is what we normally do here.
Dude, this is so great because I was just thinking, like, not only is it like, I mean, Morgan's not feeling very great, but also It's like one thing that we need more in this world is men behind microphones. There aren't enough. Sports, there aren't enough. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need more of that, though.
There's almost a shortage, I would say. No? A little too far there. All right, fine.
I feel like everybody has a podcast.
It's all right. Welcome to My Fiance.
Let's talk sports.
Tonight, Trump's latest grift coming to fruition. The new budget proposed for PDX worsens our homelessness situation. And a veteran got his identity and benefits stolen. If you're trying to make sense of the chaos, you are in the right place. I am DJ Ambush. And I got my homie Carlos, usually in the chat.
Yes.
Cortez.
I've been slacking recently, though.
You've been a busy guy.
Every time I see it, though, like in my feed that it already happened, I'm like, oh, damn it.
So we're here to give you the context the headlines won't, with a little humor to help get us through it. We are reporting live from Portland, Oregon. That fire-alarm fire that just keeps on burning. Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, and to our production fam, College Residual Audio, Big Jess, never, ever the little one. Never. Don't you dare.
Not a single time.
Ross and Michelle holding us down remotely. And of course, shout out to all the fiancés in the chat getting engaged with us tonight. If you find value in the show, make sure you hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, and, stay active in the chat so the algorithm knows what's good. You can find everything we're doing over at newsofmyfiance.com. And you will, if you want to support independent media, our Patreon is at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance. But yes, as you can see, there is no MJ tonight, unfortunately. This is 2 weeks, 2 Mondays in a row, the migraines. And it started overnight. And then she woke up with full hellfire. And, it was, yeah.
So rough.
Man.
It's hope you feel better, Morgan.
Yeah, for real. We got some folks in the chat already. What up, AJ?
Over here.
AJ said, whoa. What up, Michelle? Yeah, sports ball. An unqualified praise for Batman. Here for you every week. But yeah, we will be discussing news, despite the little jokes earlier. What we got coming up tonight, Trump's administration, like I said, creates a $1.7 billion anti-weaponization fund in the settlement, with the IRS. And then the Portland budget proposal could eliminate nearly 450 homeless shelter spaces, which is just absolutely insane. Insane. Especially coming from a mayor that said he was going to eliminate the issue in 1 year, But yeah, how was your weekend?
Pretty chill.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been working on like some projects at home that take up a lot of time. So.
Okay. That's right, you're doing some coding.
Yeah. A little bit. I feel like when I work on projects like that, I'm like doing something and it's so hard for me. But then I'm seeing other people do like super complicated ass projects. And I'm like, I should not complain about this baby ass project I'm doing, but
I should be able to work this out. Should be an issue.
Spend some time doing that and yeah. How about you?
It was a really busy weekend. Thankfully, I always say that. Thankfully, there are so many people that, aren't as busy and are looking for work and looking for opportunities. So I got hit the previous weekend for a gig in the middle of the week at the Soho House. This is my first time spending the Soho House. The GZA event, yeah. Oh. And it was like I hit them. The first person I thought of was you. I was like, can my photographer come? I was like, can I? They were like, it's kind of a no camera policy. I was like, oh, all right, fine, I guess. But that didn't stop people from being in there taking photos.
Now, what was crazy is that I saw you post about it, and it was like from this time. What time did it start?
It was like from 5 to 9.
Yeah, 5 to 9 or something like that. And I look at my phone, and it's like 8:30. I was like, even if I hit him right now, I'm not going to make it anyways.
What's so crazy is he was supposed to stop. So from 5 to 9, he was supposed to play from like 6 to 8.
Okay.
He played all the way up until 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Doors at the venue had already opened. Like, I'm like, this man is going to be late. But then I started thinking about, like, if I'm a touring artist and I have the option to be in the green room or be out here doing something that I actually love. He was just playing people back to back. He only took one loss. Back to back, just taking people out. It was dope. It was real dope.
Fire.
Yeah. I had my No Request Wu-Tang shirt on, so that was cool. Yep. Made sure I got a photo with him.
Tough.
So now we use that to sell shirts. Fake endorsement. We're going to run with it. You know.
At least it's not AI.
Listen, it's not AI. But it was dope. It was real dope. It was that. And then we had the third leg of our vinyl store tour on Saturday at Prospect Records with OG1 and DJ Cliff. So that was fire. And then yesterday I spun my closing vinyl residency at Benchmark. So it was 2 days back to back spinning vinyl. Man, it was good. It was good, man. It was good. It was good. Shout out to Rick Madaris, I believe his last name is.
Shout out Rick.
Of Burnside Knives. He came through. Yes. He came through bearing gifts. And I got 2 knives. Like,
what is that called? Like knife smithing? Or
I'm not sure.
Forge and fire? Like what is it? Knife forging?
Knife forging, maybe?
Like that?
Yeah.
That's such a cool skill to have.
He came through with like a paring knife and then like a sandwich, like a bread sandwich cutting knife. But he was like, these knives are really, really sharp. Like the sandwich knife could cut steak. And I was like, word? And I put my little thumb across it. I was like, okay.
Crazy.
Very nice. Very nice.
Crazy.
So I told him I'm going to, he didn't know about cooking with Am. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this in some content. Like definitely, good looking out. So that was dope. That was
Cooking
real dope.
with Am, which y'all should check out.
Yeah, for sure. And then coming up this week at PAM, we got the Lisa Jarrett Artist Talk.
Artist Talk.
On Thursday.
Definitely trying to go to that.
Yeah, that's going to be fire. So I'm spending that. And then No Requests coming up this Sunday. And we're doing Dungeon Family.
Speaking of the art museum, I'd be like living there now.
It's so dope.
I got a membership, like a yearly membership. Mm-hmm. Like y'all just gonna have to see me here every week.
I mean, the way they set it up now with all these little comfortable spaces.
I literally went up to security and I was like, keep it a bug with me, bro.
Right.
How long can I sit in here before y'all get a radio about me and be like, hey, is this guy like being weird? And he was like, are you a member? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you could go sit on the floor in front of a piece of art from the moment we open to the moment we close. If you're not bothering nobody's going to say nothing.
At all. At all. Yeah.
We'll come in here more.
And now they got those couches all over the place. Right. You got to be kidding me. Yeah.
But I was wondering if it was like a couch, like a sit down to tie your shoe and then keep it moving type thing. No, they're like chilling spaces.
Yes, absolutely.
There's tables outside.
I've seen kids in there taking naps. Like, yeah. This is fire.
Which is cool because it's like, spending like $30 one time to get in there. So might as well be able to spend a couple hours in there.
But you can also go into that main lobby area, not buy a ticket.
Oh, yeah.
And just kick it in there on the Wi-Fi in that comfortable seat. Yeah. It's just dope. It's dope.
I like that the city's trying to make like more third space built environments, I mean, from what I understand, that was a part of the design behind it.
Because that used to be an open courtyard. So
yeah, that's right.
If you're taking that courtyard away, you need to still make it accessible to people to just go out there and kick it. Yeah. So yeah, it was a good trade-off. Good trade-off.
I like the new redesign.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah. And then I was saying No Requests on Sunday, Dungeon Family. That's going to be dope because there are so many members of the Dungeon Family. There's so much. I mean, you could do just an Outcast night. But then when you add Goody Mob, Cool Breeze, it's going to be incredible. So looking forward to that. I'm trying to think if we have I think we have the posters ready for that. I got to double check.
Tough.
If we don't, I'm in trouble, but we'll work it out.
Happens.
You sent over a couple of topics for the warm up. You did. You really set us up for greatness. But before we jump into any of those, I did want to mention some of the work that good old Mayor Mamdani's up to. I'm gonna tell you the truth, y'all. Every time I open Instagram, there was a new something that he's done. And what's today, Monday? I found myself on Friday being annoyed, and it was weird. It was like, oh, come on again. Jeez. But not like genuinely annoyed. It was just like, you got to be kidding me.
Like just another hit, another banger after another banger.
Hit.
Like, all right,
you're
bro.
charting again, bro. Like, let somebody else get a banger. What is happening?
For sure.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like very weird though. Like interested in a way where I'm like, bro, please don't let me down in like a major way. Because I'm like, as of right now, maybe like softball certain issues, but like we're still talking about it. But it's like, just don't be that one person where I can be like, hell yeah, you know. That's how I feel about like Bad Bunny, where I'm like, I'm down with everything you put out. Like I'm usually down. I just need one politician to be like that, where it's like semi-close. Then I believe in that like government system again, you know.
I mean, what he's doing in New York, he's knocking it out the park, and he's just being an example. At this point, it's really embarrassing.
Yeah, because it just proves that people didn't do it out of fear, before
and greed, and just just not wanting to do their job. But so he just announced that the city's second municipal grocery store site will be located at the Peninsula Development in Hunts Point, in the Hunts Point section of the Bronx. During the announcement, Mamdani directly challenged Ronald Reagan's famous 1986 anti-government quote by declaring that the true 9 most terrifying words in the English language are actually, I worked all day and can't feed my family. While this 20,000 square foot South Bronx market is the second location unveiled under the city's 70 million NYC grocery initiative, it's slated to open by the end of next year, making it the first of the 5 planned borough hubs to become operational. The ambitious program faces mounting pushback from local bodega associations and private store owners who argue that rent-exempt, government-subsidized supermarkets create unfair competition that will decimate small neighborhood businesses. Now, I'm going to tell you something. There are things that I go to the grocery store for, and there's things that I go to the bodega for.
Yeah, definitely.
Period.
Very true.
And there's very little overlap for me. Like when I was on the East Coast, very little overlap. There are things you just cannot get in the bodega. Period. Like if you're like doing grocery shopping for the house, you know what I'm saying?
Valid.
The bodegas, I can fill in the gaps. If I forgot an ingredient, something here, let me just run down, grab that real quick. But then there's other things just from like a meal standpoint that you're only going to the bodega for.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was, the only times I've ever been to a bodega, I feel like that was the vibe. Like people were there for specifically like food items or like that type of stuff. But I'd be treating like my local gas station that same kind of way where I'm like, I wish they had more food though, like actual food, not just like.
Nah, for real. For real.
I was going to say though, like as a capitalist, me, I think that if people got to go hungry so that we could protect small business.
That's what we got to do.
So be it.
So some people got to,
Yeah, it's just.
Some people got to waste away.
I got to make my money though, bro. That's what I hear anytime people try to explain something. But what about the business? And I'm like,
what about them?
What about the biggest system that we live under that's like not crumbling anytime soon, bro?
Right.
Like, don't worry about it. It's okay. Let some people get some W's in the.
Oh my God.
In the day to day.
What about the businesses? Are one of the businesses yours? Like, are you?
Yeah.
Like, are you on the board?
I'm gonna have to compete with other businesses. What?
Shit is wild. Right. That shit is wild, man. But yeah, I mean, shout out to them. I saw like a couple people online. They were like, I'm trying to figure out how I can afford to move to New York to live better.
Dude. It's actually, I think it shows a little bit about like Portland also, where it's like, we have been like we're like the liberal, like progressive ass people, but are we pulling off policy like that?
Dog, our politics, if anything, are showing it. Like
I have don't know if I should say this.
You should say it.
I have a friend who was recently invited to like a Democratic Party event in Portland, and they testified that the conversations that were being had at the table that they were at was like probably some of them like most grossest, like frat guy ass, like conversations ever. And he was like, that made me feel so bad about our politics, bro. He was like, it's just a bunch of like not great people.
It sounds like the type of thing that AJ could vouch for sure.
Which is just rough, bro. Like I want things to be good over here, but then it's like, I'm not going to do it. Like as far as running for politics and stuff like that. So it's like,
they're not serious.
They're not serious.
No. When you see some of the decisions that they make, it's like, oh, you're just not serious. Case in point, I know I mentioned AJ earlier, but us having, what's that dude's name? Dan Ryan. The fact that he is still in politics.
Dan Ryan.
Yeah. That shows how unserious. Shows how unserious this city is. It's like, come on, man. This man has done nothing. He's been held accountable for nothing. And he's just kicking the same ball down the court every single time. This is bullshit, man.
I wonder, like, sometimes I wonder, like, did this just not happen because there was not enough pushback, you know? Like, I wonder if those environments just don't have pushback. So then that's why people like that get into positions like that.
I'd say it's a combination of, yes, not enough pushback, and there isn't enough of a rally cry around selling the change that could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to imagine when you've been in this situation for so long and you have kind of like this conception of what politics are. So like an example, like people equate lawyers with just being slimy people.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Same thing with politicians.
Yeah.
So it allows them to get away with
slimy
so much shit.
You're like, what would we expect other than that?
Period.
I see.
Period. And until you see someone doing different, it's like, oh.
And that's what I'm saying about Mamdani. It like creates this higher standard than what we had already had before, where it's like, wait a minute, like you can actually pull policy off like this off fairly quickly, you know? Like what is he like within his 200 days, something like that?
Right. Right. So, haven't even been a full year yet.
Yeah.
AJ said boomers are the biggest block of voters and they do diabolical shit at the voting booth.
Dude, that's not true.
Dead ass.
Because you know what it is? I was thinking about this yesterday too. Like participating in civics and like politics is something that you have to like you have to like have free time to do, low-key. Yeah. And if it's like you're spending all of your time working so that you can like live,
survive,
it's like not possible. Or not like it's not possible, but it's like harder to get out and really participate and stuff like that. So the people that do end up doing it are the people that are like fine. Right. Like they're okay and they have extra time and extra money to be like, I'm gonna go rah for a little bit. And
it's purposeful, you know what I'm saying? It's designed definitely to be that way. Disenfranchise people for and want to even be involved in the process at any level.
Yeah,
like,
and then the people that are involved, it's like, buddy, you have way too much free time on your hands.
Yeah, old money, the bullshit. Yeah, but yeah, I'm very excited about what's happening in New York. I'm consistently excited about what's happening in New York. It just does. I don't know, man. It's weird to wait for the other shoe to drop.
That's what I'm saying.
That is just the tension of politics. It's the tension of society that we live in. It feels like
the shoe hasn't dropped in like a larger gap than we have had with most people. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
I
feel like it's like similar like with Obama, like except the shoe was like forcefully not dropped because of like the progress we were having. People were like not paying attention to stuff. Yeah. And it's like, then the shoe dropped. And it's like,
boy did
hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know?
Boy did it. Seriously. Him canceling on McKenzie was so sweet. Boomers all that. Yeah. Mamdani's he's doing the damn thing, man. He's absolutely doing the damn thing. I'm not
on all messages.
Yeah, you're probably on you're probably in top chat.
Yeah, now we're tapped in.
He gets us every single time. But yeah, I'm curious what New York is going to look like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how, you know, I want all of these things to just be embraced as normality.
I also wonder how quickly this can be reverted. You know what I mean? Like all the progress that we do make.
I think it's going to be tough. How fast
they could just be like, scratch all that shit.
I think it's going to be tough, and primarily because if you have people living with these successes for so long,
yeah, that is true.
I think that was key to him getting so much accomplished in this first year.
I was just telling my mom about this actually because we were talking about my sister who is 21, and I was like, I have the most amount of confidence in my sister and the generation under her to like figure something out like against capitalism because they've been seeing capitalism or like our politics like fail them so frequently their whole entire lives in like every kind of way, you know?
Yeah.
And that ends up leading them to be like, I guess what people would call like standoffish or like lazy or whatever the case may be. But it's like you've been exposed to this bad situation the whole time, your whole life. Failure after failure. Your parent, I mean like, not your parents, I guess. I mean, even your parents, you saw your parents lose their house, lose money, like stuff like that. It's like, now you don't have any way to get to meet the goals that you're supposed to be meeting at 30-year-old like you're supposed to and stuff like that. And it's like,
none of it's real.
Yeah.
None of it's real.
But because it's been failing them so much, I feel like that could motivate that generation to like really bring about some real change and be like, no, we're not going back, you know? But
I think they'll have to, just in an effort to survive. Like, it's going to be essential.
I feel like I'm constantly having to like convince people of my generation. So I don't know if it's going to be us, but definitely, I feel like I see a lot of younger kids that are like pretty tapped into being like, I feel like woke 2.0 is coming back, you know? They're like,
I do like woke 2.0. I'm messing with that. I'm messing with woke 2.0. Yeah, I am completely, I don't want to say I've given up on my generation. I just know my generation, me and AJ were talking about this over the weekend too, or late last week. My generation is just so distracted with still trying to clamor on to the promises that the boomers put out there for us.
Definitely.
We're so distracted with that. And it's just like, fam, wake up. Just like wipe the cobwebs out your eyes and just look around. Does any of that shit look like it's possible? Like,
I feel
look
like
around, bro.
That's more understandable for your age bracket, which is hilarious. just because it's like you've been working for so long, believing that this is what you were supposed to do to hit these certain milestones, to get a house, you know, to get a good job, to take care of the family and stuff. And then it's like, you're telling me I'm 40 years deep and I don't get shit. Like I'm still broke like I was when I was 21. Like, it's like that's a lot of people's situations, you know, and it's definitely more understandable, but it's like, I have this conversation with my aunt pretty frequently. She's like 4 years older than me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, it's okay. I'm like, you don't have to get 4 jobs. Everybody is living kind of pretty tight, just like you. Like, it's okay, you know? And she's like, I just feel like I'm not making enough bread. I'm like,
it ain't
everybody.
You. it ain't you. Yeah, gas is literally not supposed to be $7.
Insane.
That's not you. I promise you. I wasn't even aware of how high it got. I went the weekend before last. I went to Seattle to pick up Kaylin's stuff. Mm-hmm. She's leaving school for summer break. Jess, I drove the van and it held up.
That's exciting.
That's so exciting. Yeah, that's what happened. $120 on gas in one day. Yeah, and I put 60 in before I left. And then on the way back, I put in 80. And when I was at the gas station in Washington, I was like, I'm sorry, this says $6.60 a gallon? Holy shit. So when I got back here, I'm driving around like, all right, it's like $5.49. It's not that much of a difference. I mean, it's $1, but like, I didn't even realize it was that high.
I was driving with my grandfather the other day. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I always put little amounts of gas in my car. I'm not really checking what the price of gas is.
Yeah, you're like
I'm driving with
$20 here and there.
Day, and he goes, "Does that say $5.95?" And I was like, "Huh? You say $5.95?" I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute. That's actually like a difference from what I usually see it for real." Like,
yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, that's crazy." I was like, "Are you sure it's not the diesel?" He's like, "No." I was like, yeah.
Yo, no, it's totally wild. And I know I'm going to sound ancient. I know I am. When I started driving, gas was 92 cents.
A gallon?
Yes.
Whoa, that's the greed they talk about in the Bible. But nah, I hate that, bro. That's so annoying. There's no way the amount of money you have made has increased by that percentage, bro. Like, that's so crazy.
No, yes, in the 1900s. I started driving at like 92, 93. Dang. And gas was like 92 cents.
Wow.
90, like the highest I remember seeing was like 98 cents.
99. So in my lifetime, the gas has just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that like greed is infecting other industries at this, like at that level too?
Every.
Let me rant for a little bit. Sorry, chat. Pause. You know what is actually the greed from the Bible? Yeah, thank you, Jess. You know what is actually the greed from the Bible? When I open up my YouTube app and I play a video and it hits me with an unskippable ad, and then another ad right after that is going to take like 5-6 seconds to wait to skip. Then I skip that one. And what's going to happen is a little smaller ad shoots into the bottom corner. That doesn't go away. I have to hit dismiss on it. Like, what are we doing here, bro? And then, like, I'll be watching, like Hulu, for example. I'll be watching Naruto. Okay, banger show. Everybody loves Naruto. The way that, like, the scenes transition in Naruto are not very clear if, like, the episode's going to end or not because they were making, you know, continuous episodes and stuff. It'll cut to a commercial before the credits. What type of greed is this, bro?
You're gonna make me watch before the credits?
Before the credits. And then I get the next episode, ad. Dude. This stuff is getting ridiculous, bro. Like,
no, so the YouTube ads got so bad for me that I had to go YouTube.
I'm about to build
Premiere or whatever it's called, whatever the paid.
The paid
first
one.
Had to. I was watching a heavy spoilers video. It was maybe like a half an hour video. And I swear, no exaggeration. I put them on like while I'm driving. Yeah. And I'm mostly just listening. I'll glance over at the screen or whatever. No exaggeration. There was a commercial every 2 minutes. It got to the point where I started, it was happening so frequently. I'm like, no, I got to start timing this.
Yeah.
And I was looking, I'm like, no, I can't do that. And it's like,
so insane.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half of commercials. I'm like, I absolutely not.
No, and I feel like it also knows what kind of device you're looking on.
Yeah.
So like on my smart TV, like my older smart TV that I have, it'll play mad ads. And also if I'm casting from my phone to the YouTube on this TV, sometimes the ad will start on the TV and it won't give me the option to skip from my phone.
On your phone.
I have to go find my remote, get the remote, skip the ad on the TV. Bro, crazy.
No, it's
crazy.
Terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible. And with the streaming services, the fact that we're paying for these services and they have ads, it's just,
I'm gonna,
that's criminal, dog.
In GTA, I'm gonna build what's called a Pi hole. You ever heard of that?
No.
It's like built off of a Raspberry Pi Pico.
Okay.
And it connects to your internet IP address, and then it just blocks ads.
Go on.
It just like blocks them from the IP like
address
standpoint.
period.
Yeah, from like so like no traffic is coming in at all. That is blocked from certain like people that have like, because when an ad plays, it's like trackable, I guess.
Yeah.
In some kind of way. And so they just block specific like people that do put out ads and stuff. So,
whatever the mechanism is behind the scenes for generating and pushing the ads through, it is completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
And you recognize it.
It pops up.
Like, yeah, you recognize it because the ads are run clear, right? So it just like uninterrupted. But then something you're watching could start stuttering. And I'm like,
insane work.
Well, wait a minute.
My video's not loading, but the ad, the video,
my video's buffering, but the ads are crystal clear, no issue. Well, what are we talking about here?
Crazy work.
That shit is insane. So you did have Chud on here, and he was on. We talked about him a little bit last Thursday. Chud the Builder. Listen.
We had the shooting happen by last Thursday.
The shooting. I think the shooting did happen. I know he'd already, before the shooting, there was a conversation with the FBI. They had took him and interviewed him. So I knew that had happened. I think the shooting did happen by that time, but all the details weren't really clear on what happened. No. People were like, he shot himself. Like, we weren't really clear on what was going on. But he definitely wasn't like, they didn't list the charges at that point.
Yeah.
So I remember, AJ remembers this too. We were working on some content last week and someone brought him up. Yeah, someone brought him up and they were like, yeah, he got shot. And I was like, word. I was like, kind of waiting for that.
Yeah, literally.
Like, the way he was inciting people was like.
One aspect also I think about is like, I'm like pretty familiar with concealed carry laws, you know, and like the defending process if you have to use your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look anywhere online, people talking about this, the number one thing they say is even if you know 1000% you were in the right, don't say shit to nobody until you talk to a lawyer because your words can be manipulated or used against you.
Absolutely.
Or like anybody can use what you say in different ways.
Yeah.
This man has a treasure trove of evidence of him saying bad shit that is going to make that never be a like considered self-defense, bro. Ever. Because he's just on stream all the time saying things that are like essentially saying that he was like looking for it, bro. He was like itching for something like that.
He was inciting it. It was one incident next. He was inciting it. And the fact that he was telling people like, I'm carrying and you're bear spraying people, you're attacking people. So honestly, for me, I was just like, let's, you know.
I hope they throw the book at him. Like, I hope he goes away for a long time because it's like you have to set a precedent for people trying to use this kind of content to like succeed.
I'm seeing, and it definitely has ramped up since this last administration. I've seen there was this one video of this white kid, he was following this black family in a parking lot. And I don't know, like he approached the father in a like, you know, he was provoking him. Yeah. And the father turned around and he's like going at him like, yo, chill, fall back. I asked you to stop following this. So now he's got the camera in his face. So it was the first time that I saw anyone do what I promised myself I would do every single time. He grabbed his phone and was just like, wham, and just tossed. And I know people are like, you can get charged with theft. Sure. I don't want to deal with you. And I know your phone's important to you. I'm roofing it. Listen.
Just punting it.
Al Bundy, listen. I'm tossing it as far as I can. Get away from me. Get away from me. So Pete, right? He throws the phone and dude's like trying to, he's like in between. Do I defend myself or do I go after my phone? He's trying to get his phone. And I think someone else picked his phone up. And then the father is going to his car. He gets in the car and this dude starts banging on the window. He smashes the window. Oh, so now it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah. No, now you on smoke for real. Like.
Black man gets out and it turns into a scene from Baddies. It's just all Zeus Network on this guy. And those moments give me joy. Yeah. Because you got to have more of these find out moments. You really do. You really do. And I think for Chud, this is a find out moment. Here you are doing all this racist shit for clicks. You're getting locked up by white cops. You're sitting in front of a white judge. Do you feel weird right now, bro? Yeah. You should feel weird. What are you doing this for? What's happening?
So insane. And then also what is insanely frustrating about it, from the outside looking in, I'm not even a black person, but you're relying on the fact that the black people that you are around are kind enough people to not beat the shit out of you every time you be saying that shit, bro. And it's like a lot of people that you've encountered are kind people and did not beat the brakes off of you, or maybe it has to do because you were streaming or whatever the case may be. But it's like, you're like, oh, I can say this and nobody's going to do anything.
That's what makes it that much more insidious, because while it may look like kindness and historically may have been viewed that way, it's black people operating in protection of themselves.
Literally that.
Period. And it's like, and they know that. They absolutely know that. I told a story, I think a couple of years ago, I think on our Thursday morning program. No. It was not a couple of years ago. It was like last year, maybe on a Monday night. But I just recently told the story in the lunch meeting I had with a client last week about how that white woman had just got in the car with me, all random. Like I'm sitting out front of the house and she just got in the car and we're like, okay, I'm ready to go, ready for you to take me to Pendleton. And I'm like, obviously, she was going through a mental health issue. But this is broad daylight. This is a petite white woman. I cannot, if anyone walks up, they're not believing a fucking word I'm saying. Yeah. It's basically going to be whatever she says is going to be the truth. And we know that no matter what the situation is. Yeah. So here it is. This person has bear mace on them. They have a gun. They have a camera, their phone. They're antagonizing us. And we still have to operate like,
Yeah, because it's not even just like you might get in trouble. It's like
no, I can
fear for your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, like literally.
Exactly.
Which is like such an insane thing to revolve your content around is what I mean. It's just like, I don't know, bro. But it's like, that's the world we live in, bro. You have content creators like in a party bus, listen to the H song. You know? Yeah,
right.
Bro.
Right. For all the abolitionists in the chat, what should be done with him? I just want him under the jail. I want him as low, the lowest level they could actually put him in, and let him stay there. Man. I know our prison system is trash. I know it is not creating any type of reform for people. It's not rehabilitating anyone. I'm aware of that. Yeah. And I'm 100% sure there are other ways. In the meantime, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that. While we're
waiting for that.
Make sure he's tucked away.
Yeah, I need him and a whole bunch of other white collar criminals. I need y'all just away from society.
Like, that's honestly a really interesting question because I try my best to believe in rehabilitation, but it's like, what does that look like, and how do you do that for a person like that, bro? It's like,
yeah, you have to also want to play a part in that, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you got these billionaires that will fight that shit tooth and nail.
Crazy.
Yeah, nah.
Crazy work. But, like I said, woke 2.0. Yeah. Like the younger kids are not really vibing with that, I think. Yeah. It's like corny to be racist, and like cringy.
I wish I felt as confident as you did.
I feel like it's just it's becoming harder and harder to like see cool shit and be like, oh, that didn't come from black people. So I feel like that's why there's more of like everything we have is like is like coming from this culture. Like, why would we not want to be in collaboration with them? I guess, if that makes sense. I think that's the vibe that I've gotten from your kids.
There's definitely some hints of things that I see happening that make me feel better. That give me hope.
Yeah, because the bad stuff, I feel like the stuff that I have heard that's like bad, I feel like it's like normal 13, 14-year-old kid shit.
Okay.
Where it's like,
good point.
Oh, you like said a bad word you're not supposed to say. Yeah. And it's like,
and you're giggling. And
it's like just, when you hit 15 and you are like, oh, I said something bad online, and then like everybody like roasted me, or like there was like actual bad repercussions from it. Then you start to realize, oh, I can't and shouldn't say things like that, like
at least not online.
Just in general.
At the very least,
start
it
to
starts
see in
there.
general, yeah. But it's like those are regular conversations you have as like a 13-year-old by yourself in your head, So that's fine.
And the internet does a pretty good job of getting people out of their bubble. Yeah. In the way that you're interacting with people all over the place that are giving you responses and reactions that you're not used to. Yeah. And so I would just I bring it up almost as much as I bring up Batman. Arc Raiders. Right. So, but I'm watching some of these player versus player like videos, and as soon as they hear someone kick a slur, it's a wrap.
Have you seen that guy that goes around looking for people? He like downs them and he goes, "Hey, if you answer my question right, I'll revive you."
Oh,
and they're like,
no.
All right, go for it. And he goes, "How do you feel about trans people?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, I love them." He's like, "Oh yeah," type shit. And he'll like revive them and stuff.
Oh,
or he'll be like, "How do you feel about ICE?" And they'll be like, "Oh, they're doing their job." And he'll like finish them off.
That is dope.
He's like, "Yeah, buddy, get out of here with that shit." And you're like, kill him.
That gives me that gives me hope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can have a conversation about trans people with, kids from that age bracket because like, they've been exposed to it and like part of their world now. Yeah. So it's like just different. I don't know. I feel like at that age, there's a certain amount of testing and trying you got to do.
But it also shows up different. AJ said new ones are being birthed like gremlins. So you started talking about something. You mentioned something you wanted to talk about before we started shooting.
Oh,
and
great transition as children of God that we are.
Wow. I mean, guys, buckle in for this shit. So I've mentioned on a bunch of shows before. A couple of times you've been on the show, we mentioned before. We both come from very religious backgrounds.
Yeah. The same one, too.
The same one. we were born at the Seventh-day Adventism.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We were raised as the young youth in that. And you were saying that in your age group now that you're starting to see more people like going back to Christianity. And when you said that earlier, I was like,
or just going to Christianity.
Going to Christianity. Okay.
But that's what makes it the most interesting for me, because which I feel like something you relate to, as somebody who grew up in that and then distanced myself from it.
Right.
I distanced myself from it because I started to see things that I didn't align with.
Exactly.
They are like coming at it at 26 years old and being like, I align with this. And that's what is insane to me. It's like, it's just like a shift. But I mentioned that like, it is a place where you can reinforce like the gender norms that people want to have.
So go into that. You were saying that because I remember just actually was like, is it people that you know? Like, have you seen personal examples of this?
Yes. I mean, I've seen, dude, literally, like I've seen different kinds of it. One that I have seen is like street dudes.
Okay.
They were like very active, very outside. And then they found God, and now they're like outside preaching, or they're like preaching and like putting on sermons and stuff, which is like, dude, love that for you.
Okay. Got you out the streets?
Yeah. And then there's like the 26 to 28 archetype woman that's like single, that like has been making like not maybe the best choices in men. And it's like, oh, I'm going to get my life together.
And go find a man in the church.
Yeah, because obviously men of the church are going to treat me nice, And it's like, or also they just don't feel like they have their life together enough.
Yeah.
Men and women.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, this will help me, I also feel like one thing that we didn't talk about earlier, but I feel like what plays into it is like everything is so ass, like everywhere in the whole world.
Yeah.
So like a little bit of hope is pretty fire.
Yeah.
I just personally don't feel like that hope that you can get from that outweighs the negative aspects of it. Or it's just organized religion for me.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Period.
But like, I could see why people are like, oh, I need this. I try to be more understanding, but I see it almost as like a weak answer, like a cop out, where they're like, I have these answers that I have these questions that I need answered in my life.
I'm going to go to the church.
And it's like not coming to me. So like the church will just give me the answer, and the church is like, oh, this is happening to you. A answer. Yeah.
Right.
They're like, this is happening to you because of this. And that is a answer, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it is the easy way to go out instead of being like, oh, like I am actually in charge of my decisions in life. And I actually am seeing the repercussions of the decisions I've made, or or I'm seeing the, problems with living under capitalism, or whatever the case may be. It's like, that is an actual answer that is like not subjective on the fact that if God is real or not. It's just like an actual factual thing. So like when people can't find an actual factual answer, they're like, they got me.
Yeah. When you mention men in that age bracket going to Christianity to reinforce patriarchal and traditional norms, it was just like, holy shit.
Which is so crazy, because I've seen women online actually talking about, like I just saw this TikTok. This girl was saying that she is a Christian woman and that her dating experience online has been so interesting because when she dates non-Christian men, or like has gone on dates with non-Christian men, they've been like chill and normal. But then when she goes on dates with Christian men, they're like the ones that are like pressuring her to have sex with them and like doing like, like not great stuff, or like ghosting her, or like that type of stuff. And she's like, I don't know why that happens or whatever. And all the comments are like, you're so close, girl. You're almost there.
Right there.
You're almost there. Where's the correlation at? Like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know if that's like the main appeal for men that do that. I really do feel like it is I don't have the answers I need in my life. Yeah. And then I find them in.
Sure. I mean, religion does play there's so many different social circles that can do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whether it's online communities, whether it's politics, whether it's religion.
Religion has sports. A connected community aspect to it that comes along with it that I think a lot of people
For sure.
It's like,
I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that Nature Boy documentary, that cult. I haven't watched it yet, but it's cults always kind of like strike me the same way, especially if you grew up in a strict church. Yeah. Seventh-day Adventism.
Yeah. Or it's like a really specific one.
Yeah, really specific.
It's hard to explain it to other people without sounding like that.
Yeah, yeah. Because after the fact, when you tell people the things that you were raised to believe, they look at you like they do the golden retriever, like, Wait.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what happened?
So what I'm saying is there are 9 pillars of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, right?
Yes.
And this is one pillar, and this is one, and it's like
they're like, what? This is what's happening? Okay. All right.
sounds like when people explain Scientology to me, but in a different way, you know. You said aliens,
right? I'm sorry, Anunnaki. Oh, all right, cool.
It's like,
I'm gonna place this order real quick, and I'm gonna get back with you. I'm gonna get back with you. Oh my God. Okay. So before we go to break, I want to get Iceman out the way. So for anyone that, hasn't been paying attention, Drake's back.
He's back.
And he burdened us with 3 albums.
Burdened us is so crazy.
It's too many. It's too much music.
Well,
it's too much music.
Have you heard the argument about him getting out of his deal?
Yes. That he dropped these 3 albums to get out of his deal quicker. I've heard it being referred to as a genius move. And I responded to that immediately with, you guys are using this term genius too loosely.
Genius is crazy.
Genius is crazy. Also, Mace did this like in the 90s to get off of Bad Boy. Early 2000s to get off Bad Boy.
Frank Ocean did that too?
Yeah, this is not a genius move. Also, you had 2 years. You could have dropped 3 good albums to get out of your deal, as opposed to waiting 2 years and dropping 3 bad albums.
If I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt,
go ahead.
I will say,
throw the artwork up.
If I'm trying to like strategize on what moves to make after like post battle, I have to put out something strong,
right?
And is my label potentially going to be okay with me doing certain things on an album, like a label approved album? That's what I'd be thinking sometimes. And it's like, maybe his move is to drop these, go independent, and then drop something in the summer.
I think
the problem is you didn't tell nobody that. So it's like, we got to assume you're doing like 4D chess or something. It's like,
which he's incapable of doing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. You're right, AJ. Calling Drake a genius is indeed diabolical. I
had a teacher in high school before you go, that made us have a debate one time about how nobody's a genius for real. And it's like it had made me, it changed my point of view on that word in general.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, you really can't really call anybody a genius for real. At some point they do something I probably don't mess with. So
yeah, like stop it. But yeah, this is so 1 of 3 albums. Iceman. The second one is Habibi. No, it's not Habibi. Habibti. Yeah, and then the third one, I can't remember the name.
Isn't that like like what you say to women? Like
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I got through the first one, and there was a bunch of moaning and complaining about a situation, the battle that he said he was over and done with. A bunch of that, and apparently the second album is supposed to be where all the heat is. So we gonna see.
I will say this. Drake knows how to make music.
He does.
So if you put 100 songs, if you make Drake make 100 songs, probably 20 of them are going to bang. So it's like, obviously there's going to be some good songs. I don't, and I feel like also with a lot of Drake albums, I don't usually feel like it's like a start to finish play, no skip album, So it's like kind of what I expected, there to be a couple bangers on the album and then the rest to be like,
Yeah.
Or he was going to do some crazy shit and drop like a super solid 10-track album,
I think that would have been a better move.
But then it's like, that is the one that's going to get replayed. So it's like, you do that under the label gets all that money. You do it on yourself, you get all the bread. So it's like,
I mean, I don't think I agree with you. I don't think the label would do anything to prevent him from putting out good music. But I think as a musician, for sure, as a musician, out of respect for your fan base, you should not put out whack shit. You just definitely should. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done this before. He dropped 100 gigs.
Yeah.
And
I just didn't have the expectation for him to not do this, where it's like not surprising.
No, it's not. That's true. It's not surprising because he's been making really bad decisions since the battle. It's just,
I thought that it was going to be a little cooler though, because the rollout was kind of sick. Like I like the ice stuff, and
I heard there's tons of videos. I haven't seen any of that shit.
It was cool. It's a cool rollout. It was just unfortunate that like the people that ended up pulling up to it were like the kick streamers and shit like that.
Yeah,
and like Toronto ass kids,
questionable folk.
Yeah,
questionable folk.
But I thought it was sick. Like the whole concept and like some of the video promo was pretty cool and stuff. But it just I listened to the first album and I was like, if I didn't get enough bangers on this first one, I'm definitely not going to fit through the other two to like look for them.
The only reason I'm going to listen to the other two albums is I want to be able to speak from an informed position when I talk trash on them.
Yeah, I'll listen to it one time through. Yeah. But then it's like, I already know the songs that are good off the albums are going to get replayed and I'm going to see them at the top.
Right.
Stars anyways.
Right. It's not like I'm looking for anything to play in the club because I'm good on that guy. But don't you worry.
You're not playing Drake in the club?
No, I'm not playing Drake in the club. I used to play Drake in the club a lot. Like, and so I'm also one of those people that don't understand this whole polarization. Like, just people saying like Kendrick was nothing before the Drake battle, and then Drake always made bad music. Stop.
I will say people have done some tremendous meat writing on Kendrick since the battle, but
they definitely have.
I feel like he didn't have an audience that wasn't already popping. Like,
right, but there's also so much revisionist history because it became cool to be at some point for everyone. It became cool to be like, I never liked Drake. I know you're lying. I know you're lying.
That's valid.
I know what I used to play in the club. I know I used to play album cuts and beats. Yeah. I know what y'all used to react to.
Hotline Bling came on.
Legend.
Yeah, crazy.
If I throw on Legend, it's a rap. And it's not a single.
Yeah.
But as soon as they hear it, the entire club, like, get the fuck out of there. So he knows how to make the music. Yeah. He's just so scrambled right now. He doesn't know the top from bottom.
I heard somebody say recently, the thing about Drake is that when we've never seen Drake for real push the boundary on music. No. He is more of like a perfecter, a heightener. You know, he finds a flow. Yeah. He does it himself. Yeah. He makes bangers on that flow.
Yeah, he's icing. He's icing on the cake.
Exactly. So he's cake. like a molder.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing already exists before him.
Always. So it's like always. No matter what country he goes to, no matter what vibe, it's always something that pre-existed.
It's like, you can't not say that he doesn't make good music. It's just like whether you want to support him or not.
That's it. Yeah. Bottom line.
Yeah. Because that is putting money in his pockets. Like when I explain to people that I don't listen to Kanye specifically for that, they're like, come on, bro. Is he really getting money from streams? I'm like,
what's happening? Welcome back to News My Fiance with myself, DJ Ambush, and one Carlos Cortez sitting in for Morgan Jones. Man, I gotta tell you, this look really good on camera. Shout out to Nick Jones, man. It's part of the Blazers alumni team. There's a lot of cool stuff that he has.
You look like my size though.
It might could be just because how y'all wear stuff. It might could be.
You ever heard Can say like, "It is now what"?
That's nice.
I was like, what size of those shoes, Ken? He's like, your size.
Your size. What's good?
Yeah, what's good?
Damn, son. Yeah, he's got a lot of cool shit. Ah, man. Cliff, what's good? Yeah, it's different walking through doors and like the light hits and you look and say, oh shit, I'm coming out the locker room. This is amazing. I just washed my hands and walked back to the basement door. You know, I hear
it's cool because you can go around other people wearing Blazers merch too, and you're still merch mogging them easily. Hell yeah,
shitting. Yeah, it's great. It's great. But shout out for everybody. Shout out to everyone joining us in the second half. Cliff, I was talking about how much fun we had at Prospector Records, and just kudos to Cliff for the entire vinyl store tour that he put together. Man, it's just been killing it. It's been an amazing time. Getting me back out spinning vinyl has just been, it's been crazy. A lot of
DJs do that. I mean, not a lot, but a couple of like DJs that DJ consistently and like a lot. Mm-hmm. Over there, like building their vinyl crates.
Yeah. He got me out here shopping, man. It's crazy.
Is it still semi-cheap though, or is it kind of expensive?
It's good in the way that I've been mainly focusing on buying 45s. Okay. Primarily because from a weight standpoint, you are taking out less records. You're taking out more records at less weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My back loves me for that. And then these records are like they're averaging $2 a record. Like, what?
How much like actual digging do you have to do to find certain things? Or you're just like, when you come across something you like, you're like, I'm going to add it to the collection.
So this is what I'm going to say. Because I am an open format DJ and I will play and do play anything from like Madonna's Lucky Star to Red Wine by UB40 to something from Heavy D and the Boys to J-Rock, it's easy for me. No matter where I go, I'm finding something I want.
That's fire.
Yeah. So I'm batting 1,000. Any record store I go into, I'm going to find something like, oh, that.
Such a dangerous ass hobby to have, though. I feel like if it started getting more expensive, it would be rough.
Oh, terrible. Like comic books, it'd be terrible. Yeah. It'd be terrible.
Have you seen people collect like Blu-rays and stuff now?
Mm-hmm. All the physical media collections are building back up, and it makes sense. Streaming's out of hand, man. But something else that is out of hand. A 78-year-old Eastern Washington man has been sentenced to federal prison after authorities said he spent decades impersonating a decorated Vietnam veteran and stealing more than $1 million in government benefits intended for disabled veterans.
Y'all Maddie's playing the game right? Like, what's up?
Bruh. He's like, y'all hating?
Yeah, bro.
Raymond Kenneth Musgrove was sentenced this month in Spokane to 30 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release.
Is it called stolen valor in the legal sense also?
It needs to be.
I mean, I hope so. That shit's cool.
Federal prosecutors said Musgrove began using the identity of a real U.S. Marine Corps veteran.
That's so different.
Yes. Identified in court records as JMC in 1997. The real veteran served in Vietnam between 67 and 69 and received a Navy Achievement Medal with Combat V for his service. Prosecutors said Musgrove used the veteran's social security number and personal information to obtain Veterans Affairs disability payments, healthcare services, and other federal benefits.
Listen, if you are a con artist and you get that off, like you're just like tricking people, kind of sick.
Yeah.
If you're like ruining other people's lives and like stealing like their identity and shit, it's like,
bro. You know how hard it is already for vets to get their services?
Literally. I was like, oh, he's getting disability payments?
Oh, you're getting someone else's disability payments? Damn.
Crazy.
According to court documents, Musgrove changed the veteran's address to Moses Lake, Washington, and later used a VA-backed loan to purchase a home under the stolen identity. He also attended a VA medical examination while posing as a combat veteran, claiming he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder connected to combat experiences in Vietnam. The government said Musgrove continued collecting benefits for more than 2 decades through bank accounts opened in the victim's name. The fraud was uncovered after the real veteran died in Oklahoma in 20...
Wait, that's exactly what I was going to say. Was the actual veteran watching TV or something like, what the fuck? That is not me. Right. What the hell? Like,
so the real veteran died in Oklahoma in 2018. Prosecutors said benefit payments initially stopped after the death was reported, but Musgrove repeatedly contacted federal agencies insisting he was the real veteran and that the deceased man had stolen his identity. Authorities said the deception continued until 2023 when Musgrove attempted to verify his identity.
Wait, why is that a crazy alt though? He's like, no, he stole my identity. Right. That's great. That's lucky. He's kind of smart. You gotta argue with the dead man? That's crazy. Like,
it does make you wonder, what else has this man gotten away with?
Right. Like,
this isn't your life of crime didn't start this late. Didn't start in your 50s.
Dang.
So the authorities said the deception continued into 2023 when Musgrove attempted to verify his identity at a Social Security office in Wenatchee using identification bearing the veteran's name, but his own photograph. Musgrove.
Like he made it himself?
He made a fake ID. He made a fake VA ID.
You're pushing your luck, brother.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Way too much. That's crazy.
Musgrove ultimately pled guilty to multiple federal charges, including wire fraud, theft of government funds, and false representation of a Social Security number. Following a bench trial, he was also convicted on 3 counts of aggravated identity theft. Prosecutors said he fraudulently obtained more than $860,000 in direct federal benefits, while the overall restitution amount ordered by the court exceeded $1 million. During sentencing, U.S. District Judge Rebecca Pennell described the fraud as lengthy and very troubling, telling Musgrove he'd been living a lie for decades. Musgrove's attorney argued for leniency due to his advanced age and poor health, noting he requires full-time oxygen and suffers from heart failure. Federal prosecutors, however, said the elaborate and calculated scheme represented a serious betrayal of a decorated veteran and abuse of programs designed to support those who served in the military. Fam, they
got mad as hell because they're like, look, buddy, we're not giving anybody shit, and you're stealing from the one that's getting something from us. Like, relax, all right,
bruh.
I'm confused. Like, do you think that they're more mad about it because it was from a veteran? You know, or is it just because
I wish
it's a fraud
they cared
case?
enough. I wish they cared enough that it was from a veteran.
But it's like for the views, you know, they probably are like, oh yeah, how dare he steal from a veteran?
Optics,
you know,
yes, for the optics, for sure. Just said DB Cooper in retirement. Yo, like that's nutty. That's nutty, bro.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Man,
I mean, you got booked at 78. They're ordering him to pay $1 million in restitution.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm him though, I'm not too stressed out.
It's because it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like even if we drag this out 3 years, am I gonna be alive?
Is he getting a job?
Yeah,
is that what you're? How would you expect him to pay this back? He can sell assets.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it for sure.
That $1 million, I'm right on it. I mean, I'm sure they can force him to sell stuff, but like, bruh, you bought a house. You got a loan and bought a house and got paid this man's benefits for. So what was he getting?
What do you think would have happened if he just like hid cash? You think you could just do that, like, or the government would try to find the cash?
I don't know. They would have to be. They would have to be aware that he cashed out, that he was doing these withdrawals and not. They would have to be, track all of that and figure that out to even look for it and hold him for it.
This is a white man?
Yes.
People are operating in this game with much more
audacity
than I would, bro. Like it's crazy. Maybe I just have too much fear instilled in me. Shout out white supremacy.
Listen. There's definitely a level of fear when it comes to trying to outwit the federal government.
Yeah, bro, that's so crazy.
It's like, I mean, of course, if you're going to do any incarceration of preference, it's going to be club fed. But I mean, you would just prefer not to be incarcerated at all.
Not being in prison would be sick.
I think that's supreme there. But yeah, man, like, dude,
man, that's so interesting.
You're getting booked at 78, and when they say he's doing 3 years,
he probably was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just go in with the makeshift one because what are they gonna do? Throw me in jail?"
Right. So it's 30 months in prison, 3 years supervised release.
Nah, he's not he could, but like
2.5 years in, 3 years supervised release. Yeah, nah, he's 78. Whatever money he was able to pull off, he was living a pretty good life.
Yeah.
And now he's got to go sit.
And it's also like, if you have hella money, can you wait? Do they freeze all your assets when that type of shit happens?
Yeah.
Okay, so you couldn't like pay to have a really good legal service. You know what I mean? It's like, because if I could draw this out long enough, I'll probably die before y'all figure it out. Like,
man, I mean, again, this is greed getting the best of you because homeboy passed.
Yeah.
Old boy passed, and you were like, actually, I'm not dead.
He said, I was trying to get another loan, so we're going to need to fix this. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's terrible. But when I saw that story, I was like, wait. What?
Man.
What in the crime? Is criming here? It's crazy.
Yeah, make crime legal.
No, I don't think that's the direction we're trying to go.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, crime legal. Terrible.
I thought that was a vibe. Crime is legal now.
Yeah, let the right say it. Yeah, especially here in Portland. I was
goodness.
I was interviewing some kids in Washington, some high schoolers for this podcast we were working on up there, and they were talking about how bad Portland was. It was like, yeah, it was measure 111, measure 114.
114, the gun one?
Yeah. Then open usage.
Oh, no, that. Well, I think
111. Is it 110? Yeah, 110.
114 was the mag capacity one, I think.
Oh, okay. So this one kid brought a measure 110, and he was like, yeah, man, once they passed that, Portland just got terrible. It's just people just using drugs out in the open everywhere. It's like Portland just went to hell. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's funny to me when people say both sides at the same time. They'll be like, yeah, man, shit is so crazy that they just don't book people for doing drugs anymore. It's insane. But it's also so insane that the cops were like booking them and then putting them out at the streets next day. Like, wait, what the fuck? They did that because of the other one. Like, right? Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I feel like what people, aesthetics are like really important to people. So like,
very, very.
If you're not around and you're not desensitized to certain aesthetics, it becomes really important for you, I think, So when people are like, oh my gosh, I saw a houseless dude pass out on the ground. It's like, I'm like,
again,
I saw a houseless dude shitted on himself the other day, like in a ball next to a tree. Like,
right.
It's not really the same type shit. So it's like the situation is just a regular city situation.
Period.
But because people are so obsessed with the aesthetics and they can now see it more because of the way the city has like tried to treat these things, which is essentially to shuffle people around. Yeah. They're like, oh, shit is bad. It's like, no, it's just like what it would usually be, but
you just see it more now. Yeah. That's it.
People are like trying to rage bait you because you see it more. And it's like,
it's interesting. You get so upset having to step over what you assume is human shit.
Yeah.
But you don't say anything when you have to step over or accidentally step in dog shit. Whatever, bro. Whatever.
People are like, I hate that it's so fucking dirty around here all the time. It's like, I bet if you wanted to put in a little effort to take care of it,
wouldn't be.
Everybody else that take care of this space probably wouldn't be dirty.
Yeah, everybody just came out and did a little block party cleanup, but it would be good.
They're like, why does this one block of Old Town that nobody ever goes to so fucking dirty and gross, bro? It's so weird. Like, I wonder why it's like that. I'm like,
he literally said no one ever goes there. So,
I'm like, I wonder.
Answered your own question there.
But people get like really riled up about Portland for real.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is very interesting because like I can be like, dude, it's not that serious. It has its things, but it's not that serious. But to explain the things that are not that serious to somebody that has never really lived out in the city, it's like kind of
not just that, but then also people who haven't like left, and come back. Like I don't take any of it serious. None. I've lived too many different places. Higher concentration of people. Yeah. Higher concentration of a house's population. Crime. All of that. For me to take any of this shit serious, it's like it's like you're aspiring to be in a level of chaos that will never exist here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just to have something to complain about.
When you are closer to, people that commit crimes to like live life and shit like that, crime becomes a little different, and also just like understanding about like certain situations just becomes different. How bad shit can go very fast. You know, like. If you're not ever exposed to that in life, seeing somebody on the street must like...
It's got to be the most jarring thing
you got to be like,
seen.
Oh my God, what did they do to like put themselves in this position?
Yeah, what did they do? What decisions did they make?
They fucking rented at the wrong place and couldn't afford it, and then now...
They had a shitty landlord. Yeah, that's
like,
what happened. They got priced out.
Yeah. But how do you explain that to people that don't even know that that's like a reality of life,
Michelle said it's almost like propaganda work. Pre-fucking-cisely.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into the shelter cut story. Portland officials are considering sweeping reductions to the city's homeless shelter system as part of Mayor Wilson's proposed budget, including the closure of nearly 450 permanent sleeping spaces across pod villages, overnight shelters, and RV-safe parking sites. City staff warned Tuesday that the cuts would amount to roughly 1/4 of the city's current shelter capacity and come amid a broader regional funding crisis affecting homelessness services. The proposed budget would allocate $65.6 million for homeless services in the coming fiscal year, representing a 20% reduction from current spending levels. Skylar Brocker-Knapp, who oversees the city's homelessness response division, known as Portland Solutions, told City Council that the department was created in 2024 without a permanent funding structure and has relied heavily on temporary and one-time sources of money that have since dried up. Under the proposal, the city's street services coordination center would also face significant cuts, including reductions to contracted outreach teams that work directly with people living outside. Funding for extreme weather, flex shelter beds, and street cleanup operations would also shrink. To soften the impact, Wilson's budget proposes using nearly $6 million from Portland Clean Energy Fund to help pay for sidewalk and street cleanup programs tied to homelessness response efforts. Every chance they get, they go after those PSEF funds, no matter what. The proposal immediately drew scrutiny from council members, including Council President Jamie Dunphy, who questioned whether climate-focused dollars should be used for basic city maintenance and sanitation. City staff defended the plan, arguing that trash removal and sidewalk cleaning improve stormwater quality and reduce pollution runoff, which they said aligns with the environmental goals of the voter-approved climate fund. Several shelter closures have been identified in the proposal. The Northrop Overnight Shelter in the Pearl District, 2 Sunstone Way shelters, and the 80-bed City Team Grand Sober Shelter would all lose city funding. Other facilities, including Reedway Village in Southeast Portland, would close, but potentially relocate their PI units elsewhere. The reductions also represent a major setback to Wilson's earlier pledge to create 1,500 overnight shelter beds within a year. Under the new proposal, Portland would be left with about 550 permanent overnight only beds and 624 flexible emergency spaces. Council members also raised concerns Tuesday about Urban Alchemy, the nonprofit contractor operating many of the city's shelters. The organization has faced dozens of complaints filed with the city ombudsman over the past year, including allegations of employee misconduct and drug activity at the shelter sites. Mind you, we knew about this before they got the contract because these are complaints that they received in other cities. Yeah. Councilor Angelita Murillo.
Sure, they're trustworthy with money, though.
Oh, yeah. Question whether the city should continue funding the organization without stronger accountability measures. The answer is no. Brocker Knapp said the city investigates all complaints seriously and acts quickly when problems are identified. That's bullshit. The cuts come as Multnomah County is preparing its own reduction to homelessness services, potentially eliminating hundreds more shelter beds regionally. Officials warned the combined losses could exceed 1,000 shelter spaces next year, even as homelessness continues to rise. County shelters estimate it would take at least $19 million in additional funding for eviction prevention and housing placement programs simply to keep homelessness levels from increasing further in 2027. I feel like AJ said, y'all about to ruin my day bringing up Keith's idiot ass. I feel like we just found, what was it, 120 million?
Yeah. And also it's like, is that really what is going to stop us from making more homeless people? You know, money that way?
I mean,
we do got some issues in housing.
We definitely. But you're right, though. We're talking about policies.
Yeah.
We're talking about policies that need to change that create these circumstances.
Yeah.
While at the same time, if there are funds that are being put aside to tackle these things,
they should go to the right place.
They should go to the right places. You can't have an unwillingness to change the policies that create the circumstances and then also sell the community on allocating funds to fix this stuff and then do neither.
Yeah. Oh, also, if you feel strongly about this kind of stuff and you want to say something, the planning, like the hearing is today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so you could pop into the portal online or you can go to the city council chambers.
Nice.
But it's an all-day hearing, all 3 days. And yeah, you're just like encouraged to reach out to your people, that represent you, but
I wish I felt like that did something.
Yeah. But if you do feel like you want to get out and say something, get a little rah-rah out, definitely do it.
Yeah, I wish I had faith in that process. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Bring a Mamdani in. Let's clean this up. So I saw somewhere online, people were like, can we put him on a rotation?
Yeah, can we traveling?
Traveling. Give him 6 months here, 6 months there. Yeah, man. I'm always confused about people that seek leadership positions like this, especially mayors, governors,
I want to believe that people do it, that there are people that exist that do it solely off wanting to see a better world. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like a piece of doing that kind of work is
soul stealing.
I mean, not even soul stealing. It's what you're doing. You like the attention type shit. You know what I mean? And it's that is not bad per se in some scenarios, but it could get bad in others.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I've never really trusted politics in general, because it's you're one of those kids that I went to high school with that was involved in all of the stuff and shit, but you're still kind of an asshole.
Yeah. That for sure. That 100% for sure. But also in the pursuit of even being successful in gaining those positions, you're getting dirty.
Yeah.
You're being brought into back rooms and having conversations with people.
Or even if you're not able to get shit off you can. Or you want. Because the entire system is built against you not actually getting shit off. So it's now that he's in a position of power, he can, but I don't know how he got there or
it is.
Or what he will do to stay there.
Right. How did he get there? What will he do to stay there? Going back to, grassroots situations like a Mamdani and many other grassroots politicians. When you're in service to the people and you're in community with the people and you're getting all those small dollar donations and you've got people galvanized out there in the streets doing the work to spread the word. It's a completely different conversation than having a couple of phone calls, having a couple of house meetings, making sure the right power players are in the room to make things happen for you.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel it's how I feel setting up this idea of Mamdani's so cool and shit like that is fucking up what we're supposed to have as far as the standards for our politicians.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Where it's oh hell yeah, we love Mamdani because he's putting the policies that we like. It's right. Because he's doing his fucking job.
He's just doing regular. He's doing regular shit.
That is how that job is supposed to go. And you are supposed to be under the scrutiny of our decisions, and our collective agreements and shit like that. And it's seeing people do that for the first time and do stuff that is very obviously what the people want and need and have been requested and asking for. It's yeah, he's supposed to fucking do that. And it's we should have that as a standard, not as this guy's so cool because he does that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not how politics has worked in the last decade or century even. So and
there's definitely a danger to, deifying him.
Yeah, exactly. And then that also leads you to just set yourself up for failure. When you're I'm deifying this person and then he misses on this one, it's that should hurt. And it's it shouldn't hurt. He's a fucking politician. You should be expecting him to do what y'all say, and if not, we'll get you the fuck out of there. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's literally it. That's the job.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but again, in that deification of a Mamdani, all it takes then is for someone to parrot his talking points and present themselves in a way that looks like they're going to do the same thing to get the next win. Like
as a grift.
100%. 100% is a grift.
Well, that's why I feel our democracy is a grift. So it's I'm expecting you to participate in that at some level.
Yeah.
It's like capitalism. It's I'm anti-capitalist, but to exist in this world, I have to participate in a little bit, I have to buy things to live and survive and shit. So it's you're in politics, you're obviously going to probably let me down in some sense.
Yeah. But like you said, though, it's kind of expected.
Yeah.
Jess said, the Graham Plattner effect. I actually agree with a lot of what dude's saying. I just wish he wasn't the one saying it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
People seek political power in our system are often just the worst people. Yeah.
Yeah.
For fucking sure.
It's like that saying, broken clock can be right twice a day.
Yep.
It's like, especially if you're seeing and like you're saying, parroting what is successful. But I think in general, I just have such like apathy towards our government system at that level. You know, I like am only barely really having some kind of faith in the local government because I know people in power. I see the people that are running. I see. I
was going to ask you that. What was it? Because it took me a while to around. How old are you now?
26. So
yeah, around your age, I was definitely apathetic around voting. Period. Yeah. Because I became aware of First off, I was deep in conspiracy theories. Then you add to that the Electoral College, and it's they've been fooling us the entire time. And it took me a while for me to come around and understand the importance of getting involved with local politics. Yeah. So I guess that was going to be my question. Like, what was it that kind of hits you already where you're like, all right, I'm not completely disenfranchised with the process and I understand the importance of being involved?
I had a history teacher. His name was Dr. Eric. Shout out Dr. Eric. Super dope ass dude. Dude was hella disrespected all the time by the kids. But,
damn, son.
Yeah, he was really so smart and like actually intelligent ass dude. Did not really need to be at that school, but he was still teaching anyways. One time he said, you guys should go out to this thing and go see like how politics works and whatever. I went, and when he was assigning the assignment to us, he said, you need to live your entire life understanding that politics is run by people who show up. So if you don't show up and you don't say something, then other people will show up and say something. He
hit y'all with that in high school. Yeah. And that resonated.
Yeah, he was like, shit changes by those who show up. And if you don't show up, nothing's going to get changed. So he was like, explain that to me. And I think that I didn't still have any kind of like interest in participating in it still. Mm-hmm. I just knew that is how government was ran. And then I want to say like 2021, there was like a lot of like that big shift to like anti-trans shit, Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I felt so strongly about it being wrong. And I didn't feel like I had the proper
language
and just like information to pull from to be able to like explain that to somebody else, even though I knew it was wrong.
Did you find yourself in conversations like that a lot, trying to argue that point?
Yeah, because I would try to like say it almost as like a moral standpoint, where it's like, this shit is bad, bro, obviously, but it's like that's a moral standpoint that doesn't make sense for other people because different people have different morals,
right?
So like I was always framing it in that way, and then I specifically started watching Hassan because of that. I saw him putting out content that was like explaining why anti-trans shit is dumb as fuck, or like why this is like a stupid ass argument, or why how people don't even actually really care about this stuff, or like what type of arguments you can use against people to show them that they don't actually really care about these arguments and shit like that,
Right.
Like when people bring up fucking trans people in sports, bro, oh my God.
It's like, come on, bro.
Anyways, because of that, I started watching Hassan's content, and then that put me on to like the other forms of government, but I only had interest in them because it's like a show. Like it's like a reality TV show.
Right.
Like this person in politics' husband just got exposed for having huge ass knockers and shit like that. It's like, that is a fucking show. That's funny.
Right.
But like once I started seeing that, and then I was like, oh, people actually put in work to change shit. And he was highlighting some people that did that. Yeah. It was almost always in the local level, The presidential races that I was allowed to vote in because of my age range were like I was so disenfranchised from them because it's like, it just seems so far away and like such a big ass thing,
Yeah.
But once I started seeing being exposed to other politicians, other like local leaders, community leaders, like mutual aid stuff.
Yes.
Like, I was like, oh, this is like shit that I would love to
real shit
because I'm seeing people's material reality change in the instant that I do the work. You know what I'm saying? So like, that kind of motivated me to do a little bit more like local stuff. But only recently have I actually really gone out of my way to meet people involved in like some of that decision making and try to like go to hearings and shit like that. And I just started a new job that's like involved in that area a lot more in Old Town. So I'm like meeting a lot more people in that way and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I feel like a part of it too is I have more free time, bro. Like I have like the ability to be able
as
to
a
worry
creative,
about that stuff.
yeah, you're not stuck in like a 9-to-5 grind in that way.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of civics is like that stuff. You know, where it's like if you have some free time, then you're like, oh yeah, I'd be down to like do some mutual aid shit, you know. But if you don't have that because you're struggling under capitalism, it's like hard as hell.
Yeah, that's a tough conversation to have. I can imagine with other people, you know, in your generation that again don't have that ability to be out to just network and shit like that. Yeah. And then also still maybe don't understand the importance of even being in those spaces. Yeah. The fact that your history teacher said that to you that early is major. Yeah. Because you were able to immediately employ that and be like, okay, all right, I see what's happening here. So how's it been like being in some of these spaces and going to some of these hearings and things like that? I can remember the first couple of times I started going to hearings, like my mind was blown just to some of the things that were being said by community members. And then also people, our legislators is like, wait, is this real?
I just be watching online sometimes and it's like, at that when it starts getting to there, that's when I start getting like disconnected a little bit too, because I'm like, this is such like a fucking show.
It's a circus.
We're putting on a show right now, and it's like I want you to be like, boom, here's some money, and then I can go buy shit that's gonna help people right now. You know? Right. I don't want to be in a room where we're like, this, and this. You should do your job better. Blah, blah. It's like, just do your job, and we'll get you out. Yeah. I feel like that's how it should be, you know. But yeah, it my introduction into that environment is specifically because of Old Town. Like I love that environment. I've always loved that area since I was in high school. Like I hang out there all the time. I used to work at Deadstock. Like it's fire.
So crazy. You used to work at Deadstock.
Yeah, for a little bit. And like Concourse, the other location. But for like we just talked about earlier, in the last 8 years, bro, since I got out of high school, like it's definitely been a huge shift. COVID like dicked that area over for sure. But like in general, it's just been a big shift.
Yes.
So weird.
Yeah. But like you were saying before, like there are wide sweeping changes that have affected everything everywhere, not just Old Town, right? Yeah. Not just Portland. COVID has affected the entire world. Yeah. Period.
And you have a really interesting mix specifically in Old Town because it's like you have an area that used to be business heavy, right? Not crazy residents. And then COVID comes around, shuts down all those businesses. Pretty much the entire area is boarded up and closed up. Right. And then you have the tactic where the city's just shoveling people around. They're obviously going to go to the area of the city where there is
nothing going on.
There's nothing going on. Yeah, there's nobody there. The businesses are closed. They can just sit in front of them. You know, it's like, it makes so much sense when you just explain it to people like that.
Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like,
people don't want to think about it. People
are disconnected from it.
They want to point fingers.
But I'm in downtown every day. Like I walk around every single day because that's where I like to walk around and just like, that's the culture I like to be around and stuff. But then I was like, man, kind of sucks that like the businesses that I go to are closing. I'm like, why are they doing that? You know, and they're explaining, oh, this and this and this. And it's like such an uphill battle in this area and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, whoa, what do we do to change that, I guess? And it's like usually needing to schmooze the right person or like do some shit like that. It's like, it's so interesting, bro. But yeah, that brought me into it enough to where I'm like, okay, maybe I'll participate in some stuff here and there. Because I want to see change in that area. Yeah. I want to see change in the whole city for real. Period. In that area, I feel like it is an area that has an insane amount of potential that is just untapped.
It's ripe for
and culture as well. That is like untapped. That is like so many little niche ass groups that just operate within that area and operate in that space because like all big creative spaces, like in New York back in the 60s and 70s, you know, it's like, the places where people could get cheap rent and go to and shit, those became the art hubs and shit, you know? So it's like, that could be the area. That could be that area. It could
those suggestions have been made before too.
It's that they don't believe in it enough.
Nah, they don't.
And the thing is, their top priority is capitalism. It's like, at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is moving money from pocket to pocket. You know? So if something helps people but doesn't put money in pockets, it's like gonna be shelved compared to something that does put something in people's pockets and also helps people.
The worst part is they have such limited or lack of imagination and such limited foresight that they don't understand if you support artists, it will bring people back and then we'll put money in in your pockets.
They see it in certain kinds of ways. Like I've seen this in the skate in the skate scene in Portland. The courts was such a successful thing that the homie Nick put together, that it started becoming a tool that PSU could use, or that like the city can use to be like, oh, if we activate this space like we did with the courts with skaters, it'll push the homeless people out of it. And it's like,
that's that's their motivation.
Seeing it as a benefit now because you're pushing homeless people out, not because you believed in the vision from the jump. You see what I'm saying? It's
just
like,
using it as another tool.
Yeah, and that's the way they're thinking about shit. They're not like, let me support this off the love because I believe in it. It's more like, let me support this off the love and I believe in it, and I also am running my pockets.
What can I use this for?
Literally, yeah.
That's totally fucked up, man.
So unless people that actually care about shit get put into those positions, which is very hard to like request of them because they get paid shit and get treated like shit. It's
yeah.
Like,
yeah. I don't know. Oh my God. Yes, AJ, you are correct. Carlos is the young youth, man.
Yeah. When do you start becoming an old head though? Like what age? Because
I feel like
people call me Unc and shit, you know?
Damn.
My little brothers.
Oh, I mean, they're taking shots at you.
Nah, they're that age range anyway.
You're not even close to anyone's Unc. You couldn't be.
I'm like big
old
bro.
Head,
I'm like
old
big
head,
bro right now.
Old head OG is like 40, B. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 40. It's like
But
40.
I feel like old head is before OG.
Old head is definitely before OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, old head is like 38, 40.
I consider old head to be like, I don't know if this is true, but I remember hearing one time that your music taste stops developing after you're 30 because you like don't really want to have a same interest in like exposing yourself to new things.
That sucks.
I feel like when you start
terrible.
doing that makes you an old head. Like,
Yeah.
You're like, nah.
Yeah, if your cultural tastes are frozen.
Yeah.
Then maybe you might be.
So maybe I'll never be old head.
You might be old head. Yeah. Los got time. Los got plenty of time.
Yeah. Hopefully. Shit.
All right, let's get to this last story before we close out. The Trump administration announced Monday that it will create a $1.77 billion anti-weaponization fund as part of a settlement resolving President Donald Trump's lawsuit against the IRS over the leak of his tax returns. The agreement ends a politically explosive legal battle in which Trump and his family accuse the federal government he now leads of mishandling confidential tax records and enabling their public release in 2019. The settlement also resolves two separate civil claims brought by Trump seeking roughly $230 million in damages connected to investigations into his handling of classified documents after leaving office. And
Mar-a-Lago?
The Mar-a-Lago papers, and inquiries into ties between his 2016 presidential campaign and Russia. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and the new fund said the new fund will establish a lawful process for victims of lawfare and weaponization to be heard and seek redress. Under the agreement, individuals who believe they were unfairly targeted by the Biden-era Justice Department will be able to apply for compensation and formal apologies. The fund will be overseen by a 5-member commission appointed by Blanche and approved by Trump, with money reportedly drawn from existing Justice Department settlement allocations. While administration officials insisted there are no partisan requirements for applicants, critics immediately accused the White House of creating a taxpayer-funded slush fund for Trump allies. Democrats and government ethics groups sharply condemned the move, arguing the arrangement is unconstitutional and designed to reward supporters investigated or prosecuted before Trump returned to office. Representative Jamie Raskin, the top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee, called the plan a racket intended to funnel taxpayer money to insurrectionists, rioters, and white supremacists, including some involved in the January 6th Capitol attack. Nearly 100 House Democrats signed onto a legal brief urging a judge to block the settlement. The settlement also effectively sidesteps judicial scrutiny, according to court filings. Trump voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit entirely, eliminating the need for approval from the U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams, who had previously raised concerns about potential conflicts of interest because Trump, as president, was suing agencies under his own control. Attorneys appointed to advise the court had questioned whether the Justice Department could remain independent while negotiating with the president, and ultimately answers to. The lawsuit stemmed from actions of former IRS contractor Charles Edward Littlejohn, who pleaded guilty in 2024 to leaking confidential tax information about Trump and other wealthy Americans to media outlets between 2018 and 2020. Littlejohn was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Reporting tied to the leaks revealed Trump paid only $750 in federal income taxes during his first year in the White House, and no federal income tax in several other years because of massive reported business losses. The Justice Department defended the settlement by comparing it to previous federal compensation programs, including an Obama-era fund for Native American farmers who alleged racial discrimination. Critics rejected the comparison, arguing this program uniquely benefits individuals aligned with the president, who claimed they were politically targeted. Ethics watchdogs and advocacy groups continue to challenge the legality of the arrangement, while Blanche is expected to face intense questioning about the fund during congressional testimony this week.
How many you think of those January 6ers are about to be like, they should have never gotten my child pornography stash. I don't know why they have that. I should also get off from that also, Mr. President.
All of them. I think all of them. I think it's an open call for any of them to come through and get paid. Like,
I think what's very interesting to me is people that can be anti-crime and pro-Trump, because this dude is pulling off heavy hitters of crime, bro. He's changing the Constitution and shit.
Heavy. He is doing
hitting
major
the top
crime.
bar of like crime shit.
Unseen levels. Yeah. Unseen levels from that seat, from that office.
Very interesting.
Broad daylight. Broad day. I reposted something from the News My Fiance account earlier today. I think it was a Fox News business and stock show. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about how the president, he's playing the stocks and he's in a position where he can benefit from his own decisions. And like someone slipped and said it, and then the host of the show just started stammering. Like he was like, and that went on like legit for like 10 seconds.
Man.
Before they went to something else. And it was just like, I don't know.
This is what I mean about like nobody saying something enough. You know what I mean? Or people would like don't say something about something. Or like they don't care enough. I don't know what it is, bro. It's like, dude, it's so interesting.
I mean, I'm actually like tired of people saying something.
Yeah.
Because you're just saying something. All the verbal oppositioning to this.
And that's why it continues, because you're just saying something. You're only saying something. I don't
want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
Stop texting me about $5 donations about us stopping Trump.
Put that.
I don't want to hear shit.
In jail.
That's it. That's what he was never supposed to be able to run again. Period.
It's amazing to me that the 64 counts didn't put him under, bro.
Bruh. What up, Steve? He said the fraud is unprecedented. Yes.
Yes.
But we were saying these things in his first term.
Yeah.
Unprecedented. Yeah. Unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before. Bruh.
I think we just underestimated how strong and how fast the MAGA base got to what it was at, or got to what it's at. I think it's dying more now because it's getting harder and harder to like defend his decisions.
Sure. I think you're right about that. And it's not even that the MAGA base is so big and powerful.
They just get out to
vote. They're small and they're vocal.
Yeah.
But people aren't clearly identifying the type of backing that they have. These are the same large Republican political actors that have been in the background the entire time. That they've allowed the MAGA to be this puppet that's in front of everybody. And they're like, MAGA is a new party. It's the same fucking party.
Yeah.
It's the same party. MAGA is not organized.
It's just a new technique.
Exactly.
It's just like,
MAGA is not a party that came together and got that organized that quick to pull off Project 2025.
It's just
that's not how that happened.
Huge group of people that were like, "Oh, we can say that now."
Yeah,
you know,
right. Oh, we can say that on stream now.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Oh, cool.
Oh, bet. We back.
I might be mega too then.
Exactly.
Chat, do not clip that.
I'm not using the N word. I just found out I was MAGA. That's what's up. Like, like it's crazy. I some of this stuff is just I'm desensitized to it.
Yeah,
I'm desensitized to his entire administration. I'm desensitized to everything that's supposed to just be like, I can believe all of it. I can believe all of it.
But that's what I mean when I was saying, like, that's why I feel like people are getting shoved to like these different corners of like coping, because it's like, dude, shit is like so rough. And that's not even taking into consideration our foreign policy and shit, bro. Like, oh God, holy shit, that stuff is so depressing, dude. Like, or the fact that we're literally choking Cuba out and shit. It's like, I don't even want to think about that stuff, dude. It's like hard to focus on something about us that isn't negative. It's rough.
Yeah, who's talking about it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is insane. It's 100% insane, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look, we are there. We made it. We put off a show without MJ. This is what happens when you give men the microphones. Huh? Things
get done.
More men in front of mics.
More valuable information from men. Please and thank you.
I would say that when she hears the show, she would kill us.
Yeah.
She's not going to listen to the show.
Nah.
Not gonna listen to the show.
Next time we should just spend the whole time talking about women, and she'll probably like, she'll be like,
she'll get text messages.
She'll get a fucking, this go off. She's like, wait a minute.
She'll text Jess. Jess, cut their mics off.
Yeah, she's like, cut it right now.
I'm on the way. Go to a break.
It just goes.
Los, you got anything coming up, man? People need to check out.
I'm always working on projects and stuff. Okay. I have some photo projects in the works. I'll probably be participating in some gallery shows pretty soon.
Nice.
I'll probably be curating a show together also with the homies. So
while I have you, this has been part of our set.
Yeah.
Jess, give me camera.
There we go. That angle's so sick.
This has been part of our set for a while. Los, explain what this is. Don't open it. Dag on it.
Inside of this,
I've never opened it.
Is a project that I've been working on for a while. It's like part of a project. It's called The Curse of the Photographer. And it is, Am got one of the test runs of it. Essentially, it's a photo that the more you look at it, it like disappears and like turns fades to like black. Yeah. Essentially, it's like a conversation about grief and like dealing with this idea as a photographer about having like this huge archive of stuff that when you look back on later on in life, you may have some different feelings than when you took them. And just like dealing with stuff like that. But all of that project's going to drop pretty soon. I think that's going to be like my next big one. But yeah, I gave one to Am. Gave him a little investment for future Am, you know?
You know what I'm saying?
Future bread. I have, dude, should I say this? I have a plan set out with my family members and my friends for when I die. To milk the fucking shit out of my death and just try and sell off my art as much as possible and like get bread off of it and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I make it big and then like it's valuable in that way.
True.
But I also like want like, dude, I'm like exposing myself. I want my mom to like put out a sob story and shit and be like, my son wanted to be in like big galleries and stuff. And it's like,
don't die before your mom, bro.
Dude,
don't put your mom through that.
I lucky need her on that. Oh, dude, fuck. Maybe I'll have my sister do it. She's younger than me, so. But yeah, I just want to be able to like use the fact that I can no longer make art to value my other art,
existing art.
Past. Yeah. So
yeah,
I have like one thing that a favorite artist teacher of mine told me was to trade with your friends, because the more you trade art, the more you could potentially be holding on to something later on in life that is like a very valuable asset.
Wow.
And all you did was just trade for art that you make. So
nice.
Yeah. So nice. I thought y'all should have one.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
But yeah, I'll be doing that type of stuff. You should follow me on Instagram. It's right there on the screen. Chat right there.
Boom.
And it is spelled correctly. Let's go.
Which is importante.
But I'll be putting stuff out there. And yeah. Shit.
Well, thank y'all. This was another News of My Fiance Monday Night Raw live in person. Live Raw in the books.
The Raw way.
Raw. The
only way.
Raw. The male way. Thank you for spending quality time with us. This episode was made possible by our in-studio crew. Big Jess, not the little one. Our remote crew, Kyle G, Residual Audio. Michelle, our Duchess of Communications, and Ross, our Minister of Technology. Shout out to our studio sponsors at L&J Industries for providing us with the space every week. And of course, big thanks to you all for watching, listening, and staying engaged. Stay engaged with us all week. Hit us up on IG. Send MJ some well wishes, man. You can follow us at Scambeezy, MJ at Portland Morgan, and Carlos at Carlos Andres Cortez. Right there.
I've always wanted to do this. Right here, chat.
Do the other way. Okay, all right, yeah. Oh yeah. Guys, yeah, there we go.
Oh, damn. Now, they really just got to hear it on the conversation we'd have already had if we were just kicking it over here. So. Glad y'all could join.
Pretty much. Definitely, shout out to everybody joining us on Patreon. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit us up, patreon.com/newsmyfiance. Check out the merch at newsmyfiance.com/merch. Shout out to everybody over there kicking it with us. And y'all know the deal. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people. No war but class war. Go hard on systems and not people. And we will see you Thursday morning. Yes. On X-Ray. 7:30 to 9:06. My pause was because Thursday evening, we'll see you at the Portland Art Museum.
Well,
with Elisa Jarrett.
And if we don't see you there, I'm going to see you.
Boom. And then Sunday.
You don't need to see me.
No Requests. Dungeon Family. I believe. Back here?
Just.
Is it back here?
Pickle Morgan.
Here somewhere. Sunday. Dungeon Family tribute. No Requests at White Eagle. Now that I'm spinning a white owl with A flat, it gets confusing. Mm-hmm. Gonna be one of these white birds. And anyway, we will catch you later on this week. Peace. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for tuning in. You can catch this show streaming live on YouTube every Monday night from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And our podcast episodes are available everywhere you listen to podcasts except Spotify.